Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. How are you today? How are you today? It is Thursday. It is Thursday. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. And give thanks for life. Give thanks for health. It could be worse. People are going through things, difficult times. The earthquake hit Trinidad a few days ago. They're recovering. Those who have to rebuild, they're rebuilding. So these are things happen in life, and whenever devastation come, whether they're in your personal life, on your property, whatever it is, you gotta try and rebuild it to as best as you can. Sometimes you can't bring it back to where it was, but you do your best, and sometimes you can put it above where it was. So remember all of that. So good afternoon, people. Good afternoon. And I'm wishing you all the best for the rest of the day and beyond. It's very hot right now. It's actually 28 degrees here in Calgary, Alberta. I don't know what's the temperature where you are today. What's the weather like? We're 28 degrees, and it's quite smoky from the fire in BC, from the forest fire, sorry. So things like that's a guan, and this is your girl Kim from Kim Connects. So look out for my live later featuring Monique Prince out of Toronto. Read up on my page, read up on her her article that was written by Ron Fanfare. Monique is someone I know from a very young age, and I won't go too much into that. We'll talk about that later. But look out for that. She's talking about the gun violence in Toronto. They're doing a march against it. So, these are the things that we look for in the community, positive things. And, people are trying to build a community rather than tearing down the community. So this is a good thing, and this is a good feature coming from such a young lady. Very beautiful family that I know, and I've known them for a while. So I'll tell you more about that later. So, God bless you all, and thanks for tuning in. Mr. Progress, I know. We know Utah Wagwan. Hey, I'm good, thank you. Igabo, thanks for tuning in. I must link with you guys. Diane, everything correct? Erica, Richard, thanks for life, thanks for everything that we go through in life, because through adversity comes triumph, and it builds us and it makes us stronger. But my topic today, you understand, we're not perfect. Nobody not perfect. You understand? You look upon me, you can see everything wrong with me. You understand? We all have blemishes. You understand? We all have blemishes. Yeah, we'll touch base on that, because a lot of places are going through this violence. It's not only Jamaica, but because a lot of us will see things and we feature it on social media. It seems like one place is going through this. It's everywhere. Honestly, it's everywhere. It's in Canada here. Even last week, or early this week, they killed a young man in Toronto. You understand what I mean? It's everywhere. We're singling out things like it happens here, it happens there. Like I said about that article that was written about that pastor / prophet there in Toronto. It's not only him. It's not only black people. It's not only based on certain religion. It happens everywhere, but it's just the deception behind it. You understand? More love, my life, Mr. Progress. You understand what I mean? And these are the things that we talk about. None of us is inept. None of us not sheltered from nothing. No devastation. We're not sheltered from it. None of us not special more than anybody else. No matter how rich you are, no matter how poor you are, we all go through things at time. You understand? And yes, that was the issue with that topic. And I posted other things on my page, and some people look at things and take it, hey Vashti, some people look at it and take it personal, and I'm gonna talk about this, but I'm not gonna call on him. I posted a couple articles, and people know me. I post my things, what black, white, Chinese, Indian, it doesn't matter who. I post my articles, I post my stuff, especially when I can prove it's factual. I always research before I post stuff. And to tell you that someone messaged me in my inbox. Actually, they commented underneath my post, and then I messaged them in their inbox. Correction, I messaged the person and said, I don't understand what your comment was pertaining. What was your comment about? And the person said, like, me a single out, that you're trying to say I'm singling out a certain community. No, I'm not single out no community. I am not trying to single out a community. This is just how it is. I see things and I call it for what it is. You understand what I mean? And we have to be impartial when we're doing stuff. So I'm not single out nobody, because I know what it's like. I'm good at, and how are you, Vashti? I know what it's like when we're going to do about the lime and them, you know, anytime you want me to address a topic there, and I will do that. But what I command from people when I do things, I don't like when people disrespect. It doesn't matter how bad the situation is, you don't disrespect anybody. We talk about the topic, we address the matter, and we try to talk about ways that we ourselves can look at it and learn from it, and see that, you know, resolve certain issues and try to go around it in a positive manner. This is what I'm trying to do. It don't matter if you're a part of a religion. It don't matter if you know, like a certain sexuality. You know, this is what we need to do. We need to take people for people, not just because we don't like this or we don't like that. And a lot of us look at that and it's ignorance, and we're quite arrogant with it. You understand? But none of we're not perfect. We're not perfect. Me point finger at people sometimes, and anybody can say them don't. I lie them I tell, and that's straight as it is. Me tell you straight as an arrow, and this is what people will not like about me, because I just tell. If you're yeah red, me I go tell you say yeah red. You understand? But you have to be factual. You have to speak the truth. You know, there's a lot of people who are wolves in sheep clothing. They're laughing and talking with you, and behind your back, they might chastise you. They might make up story upon you. You have to be careful of the friends that we keep nowadays. The important thing is that everybody know right from wrong. Don't you look a child know right from wrong. You understand? Even the baby knows right from wrong. Because if you've taught them not to do something and they're doing it, and they see you coming, they're either running or, you know, they're startled or something. You understand? They you know, everybody knows right from wrong. So why the hell do we continue to do certain things that we're doing? We break ourselves, we break our community when we do certain things. You see someone trying to strive, and yet you continue to break them, you know, because you think you're better, or you think you understand, you slander, you try to incriminate people on things that they don't even do. People, we need to wake up. You understand? We don't support our community, so our community won't grow. How are we gonna grow when we live to divide and conquer? Divide and conquer don't cut it. You understand? As bad as it is, every community have their issues. Yeah, they can't take the truth, Dion. That's what I realize, and this is why I'm over it, and this is why I'm bothered by people and what they do in society, and when they talk about me negatively, because I know that's not who I am. And it took a while for me to grow up from that. We have to grow up from certain things. You know, we have to learn to forgive. We have to learn to, you know, overlook things as you know. Sometimes we gotta learn those things. You know, so a lot of things that we see, and people do it just to get our attention. They do it to distract us, to deter us from moving forward, and this is why they do it, you know, and I realize that. So we need to actually wake up. This is a wake-up call. You know, people don't see these natural disasters that are coming. You know, people don't believe in a God, but you have to believe in the Creator. There is a Creator. There's somebody. You understand? You know, they discriminate. People discriminate. We discriminate against our own, and then every other time we call people for racism when they do other things. You know, we need to wake up. You understand? Racism is real. It is a real thing. It is a real thing, but we don't see it. And voila, we know right from wrong. We all know right from wrong. You understand? If you go out and you're doing your job, you're trained to do it the right way. We all try to cut corners. Yes, and we know it's wrong. But at the end of the day, we have to understand that there's penalties for everything that we do. You know, we always have, there's always a, you know, for every action, there's a reaction. Hi, Jean, how are you, sweetheart? Every action, there's a reaction. And we don't accept the reaction when it comes. We blame others when the reaction comes. And this is how society is nowadays. So what I'm saying, and what my you know, what my short-term gain is, you know, nobody perfect. I look at myself, you know, you look at somebody, you see how beautiful they are, but you can always find, or they will always find a flaw. There's always a flaw. Doesn't matter what you do, there's always a flaw, you know. So we need to learn to develop a sense of acceptance and accepting people because they're different. Because no one person is alike. No two persons are alike. You understand what I mean? We need to learn to accept people for their indifference. You understand? Whatever the situation is. You know, so karma will always come back, and no matter how you think you're winning when you're doing wrong, it always comes back at you. Sorry, it's hot. I just had to turn on my AC in my car. You know, it comes back at you. You know, and a lot of people think they get away with it because, you know, people are agreeing with what they're doing. No, you do not get away with it. It seems okay for the moment. It seems like you're winning. But how do you win when inside, do you have a conscience? You understand? How many people think it's conscience? You understand? You don't have a conscience. A lot of people can't sleep at night. It's because of conscience. You understand? It's because of what they've done to other people. You know, I was out the other day, and I refer to myself a lot because I don't want to bring other people into the mix. And if somebody has a story they want to tell, I don't have a problem telling it, but I will always refer to myself and my experience, and I hope that people take from it. And you know, there's a person that was there, and you know, I was in a position where it's a positive thing for me. You understand? And the person turned around and said, "You're best strong, but my God's strong." And I'm like, what the hell? So I sit down and I let it set in. And my response was, reaction is worse than obia. You understand? Reaction is worse than the obia you're talking about. The Bible tell you about all of them things there. So when you are do bad, remember the bad way I do. Remember why you're pointing out something that I'm not doing, because it's something and it's your intention. It's within your intentions. It's what you're doing, and you're trying to bring someone else in your mix. You understand? So we have a lot of pessimists out there, and we have a lot of people who are narcissists. You understand? Everything somebody does is a problem. If they don't get along with somebody, they have to bring a group of people with them to go against that person. Why do we have to do that? You understand? Why do we have to do that? We don't need company for bad karma. We don't need company for that. If me and somebody don't get along, I can't tell you as a friend, or I can't tell my children don't talk to them unless that person is deliberate in hurting me, or you know that they may hurt you or whatever. You tell them to stay away. But when you're trying to draw a company, and a lot of us do that, you got a bad dream and you don't know where it's coming from. You know, a lot of people have been having bad dreams, you know, but you know, sometimes it's signs, sometimes it's a wake-up call, sometimes you don't know. The dreams don't good evening, Rodney, how are you? Good afternoon here from Calgary. You know, sometimes you never know. The dreams comes in all different shapes and forms, and it has a lot of different interpretations. So that we have to remember as well. You know, so you can think it's for someone else when it's really for you, or you can think it's for you when it's someone else. That's how dreams are. Sometimes they walk straight as an arrow. You know what I mean? But we need to wake up, because we as adults know wrong from right. We all know the wrongs, and we know the rights as well. When we're doing something, you understand what I mean? And not every day you go get up. Sometimes you have to go tell a little lie if you get ahead, but not every day you have to get up and practice to tell lie, my dear. And not every day you have to get up and do that. You know what I mean? Like, people out there who's living certain lifestyle. I'm gonna get to that. And I say you get up and you agree with the lifestyle, but you accept people because they're persons. You understand? They are people. They're human beings as well. You cannot, you know what I mean? You cannot evict a person from society. You cannot take them out of society because they're different. You understand? Because them do something different more than you. They're darker than you, or they're lighter than you. You cannot do that. You know what I mean? People are people. We're all put on earth for a purpose. We just have to learn to know how to integrate and get along with people. You understand? We move from Jamaica to Canada, or wherever we're from, to a different country for betterment, but yet we'll go there with the same nasty mentality and whatever that we have. You ever hear the saying? You have to learn to dance a yard before you go abroad. You have to learn how to behave at home before you can go out there and you know, and integrate into society. We have to integrate. We cannot just come and think that we have rights to this and rights to that. No, you know, we are privileged to be in the position that we're at a lot of times. You know, we are very privileged, and a lot of people don't see that, you know. But me tell you, we cannot be perfect. You understand? We're not God. We're not the God what we pray to. So we cannot expect to be perfect. But when we do something wrong, sisters and brothers, when we do something wrong, know how to acknowledge you're wrong. You understand what I mean? Know how to acknowledge you're wrong. Know how to actually not push a situation when you know you're wrong. You understand? Because we all know right from wrong. Whether you're a baby, whatever it is. You understand? If you notice from a very young age, a baby knows when they're doing something wrong. They learn very fast. Especially for us at this stage in life. You know? So perfection is not something that I'm looking for, or I'm looking at from anybody. Because none of us are perfect. We are not perfect by any means. We all have flaws. You understand? Intellectually, verbally, it doesn't matter which way we have flaws. In our education, it doesn't matter. In our looks, whatever it is, we have flaws. You understand? We just have to learn to be indifferent. Learn to accept the difference in people. And, you know, learn to communicate with people. You don't have to friend me. You don't have to, you understand? But learn how to respect each other and their wishes. You understand? Dion is saying, I know where it's coming from, Kim. I already prayed. Who we know, Kim, them pal here are devil advocates and them just plain evil and lied. Bad, tired of them. Oh, you're just saying people. Yeah, people. We are all human beings. We are all human beings. We all make mistake. You understand? We all have something we have to say sorry for. A lot of people don't know how to use the word sorry. Instead of saying sorry, they escalate things to another level. And we have to learn how to say sorry and acknowledge when we do something wrong. But we don't know how to acknowledge anything or take responsibility. Responsibility is the key word. When you take responsibility for your action, it's a form of learning. And a lot of us will not learn because we're ignorant, we're arrogant, and on top of it, some of us illiterate. And I'm sorry, I say it sometimes. I say it all the times. And a lot of people, again, this is why my mouth would get me in trouble, because I taught the truth. You understand? So we need to develop within ourselves ways of acknowledging when we're wrong or when we're right. We need to develop ways within ourselves to say sorry. You understand? Some people say sorry without, you understand? Them not mean it. But you have to be genuine. A lot of people are not genuine when they apologize. You understand? A lot of people change. I understand what you're saying. Utah is saying they say it without meaning. It is proven by the fact their behavior doesn't change. Yeah, it is proven. A lot of people, it's empty sorry. There's no feelings behind it. A lot of people lack empathy, they lack sympathy, and the only time you see them at say they remember somebody when the person already passed and gone. You understand? At that time I won't say they remember. Don't wait until when the person passed and gone. I could have you. You understand? I could have you. You understand? And we can't say we're tired of people, we're tired of their actions. But you understand, we have to learn to coexist. And a lot of us don't know how to coexist. You understand? We need to learn how to coexist. We come in all different race, size, color, everything. We come in different ways. We all come in different ways. We're not the same. And we're all made differently for a purpose. You understand? People are manipulative. Yeah, they are. And they know how to do it. Some people have a degree in manipulation. They have a degree in manipulation. They have a degree in lying. You understand? This is what society is about, unfortunately. You know, but we have to learn to coexist. And a lot of us don't know how to coexist, as I'm saying. You understand? But, again, none of us is perfect by any means. None of us. Me not perfect. You not perfect. Sorry, this mosquito, I'm not want to bite me. Me not perfect. You not perfect. You can't tell me say you're perfect. You understand? You may do something a little different than I do it. You understand? But we're not perfect. None of us not get 100 out of 100 or 10 out of 10 in God's eyes. You understand? All of us have our way. Have our ways. Okay, Dion. All of us have our ways. We just have to learn to coexist. You understand? So we need to know that wrong is wrong, and we know that, and right is right. But a lot of us don't know how to acknowledge and accept these things. And we don't, first of all, we don't even accept people for who they are. Some of us can't even accept ourselves for who we are. Because you look in the mirror and you're unhappy with yourself. You look at others' lives and you are unhappy with yourself. You understand? You see somebody and you're looking at their life as perfect. You don't know what's going on with them behind closed doors. Nobody has a perfect life. You understand? Some people are struggling beyond beliefs, but they put on a persona because of society and how we look at people and judge people, because it's hard for them to beg you a piece of food. So them rather die for hunger. You understand? And dress up every day and go out, you don't know the struggles they're going through. Some of them are coming from an abusive household. You understand? It's only when it hits the news that you realize, oh my gosh, I didn't know that was going on there or here. You understand? We don't need to live for people. Nobody's perfect. You understand? A lot of people do things and they point fingers at other people. We've got to learn to not do that. Stop pointing fingers at people. You know, a lot of times you turn around, you help people, and you help people to your own demise. You understand? Them tear you apart. They tear you apart. You know? I'm tired of them, especially big grown man, them walk and look. Paul Gold Pitney, people gal Pitney, and them no serious. Them lie and broken foot. Okay, so Dion, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but we also have to be open to the fact that, again, nobody's perfect. You understand? People are going to tell you what they want, they think you want to hear. And this is how we live nowadays. People only tell people what they believe they want to hear. So we gotta really take a look at ourselves and look at that people are going to do the things they do. You understand? And we have to learn to stand up for ourselves, you know, and look out for those who are near and dear to you, because nowadays friendship is not real. A lot of friendship is not real. A lot of people are there for what they can get, you know. So, you know, in life, this is what I'm saying, nobody is perfect, and we got to learn that what we don't like for ourselves, we shouldn't do to other people, you know. And this, if we look at how we treat people and look at it and look within ourselves that we wouldn't want to be treated that way, we will get further in life. And again, as I'm saying, nobody is perfect. Everybody make mistakes. It's the after effect on what we do. This is what defines us. You understand? So, people, that's my thought of the day. You're welcome, Vashti. So Vashti saying, thank you for your profound words. Keep on educating the world, because a lot of adults need to learn. We all need to learn. Every day is a different learning experience. We all learn something that we probably didn't know before. You understand? And even though we think we know these things, you know, there are also things that opens our eyes. You know, you know, sometimes it shocks us because we think we know something different. You know, so it's not, you know. That's how just life is. And Abby is just checking in. Abby, sorry for the loss of your father, you know, and I know what it's like to lose a loved one. So, you know, just continue championing on. You know, your father is an angel for you now, so you and your family. So with that being said, you know, just keep doing what we're doing for the positivity. Once you know it's something positive, once you know, sometimes we do things, yes, we do it for ourselves, but when we do things, think of other people as well, you know, in the back of your mind, think of other people. You know, so with that being said, look out for my live later. You know, I like for my audience to be interactive and involved in my conversations, right? So feel free, you know, send me a like, send me a shout out, send me something. Same so what they can get from you is the only time they know you. That's correct. You understand what I mean? And yeah, people out there where you help them, you take your loss and help them, and then at the end of the day, to them, you're nothing. You understand? And that's personally something that I can speak about. So we got to learn how to look at people, you know, and when people help you, I'm not tell you, say, help you, you're indebted to me for life. No, you're not indebted to me for life. You understand? Just some people, and especially when you lend people money and they have to pay you back, it's a problem. You understand? All of a sudden, you're nobody. They don't know you. Them take you around the bush and back. And then they walk and slander you only because you ask for what you work hard for. You understand? So in life, we got to learn to treat people as we'd like to be treated, because a lot of them, if it was their family, they would, hi Junior, how are you? They would not like it, you know, but they do it onto other people. And if we should live that way, we're not going to get anywhere. In society, we're not going to get anywhere. Leave a boss, walk one, we have to link up. You know what I mean? That's how it seems like things are going nowadays. You know, we need to just look at ourselves and accept our responsibility. Accept and, you know, try to change from within us. We can't look on people and want people for change, and we don't expect to be changed. You understand? They don't appreciate. No, people don't appreciate what people do for them anymore. It's like you're compelled to do it for them. You understand? And they need to look at that. You're not compelled to do anything for anybody. No one is compelled to do anything for anybody. You know, we just do it through, some people do it through the goodness of their heart. A lot of people out there have it more than what you could do for them, and they refuse to do it. You understand? But when you do it, you know, then forget the goodness of what you do. I've never forgotten a person who's helped me. Never, ever, ever. Even if you deem yourself my enemy, because I don't consider myself to have enemies. I don't consider nobody my enemy. No matter how we war, no matter what it come down to, if we could have rolled on the ground, I don't deem myself to have, I don't count anyone as my enemy. You understand? We may not get along, but me not think of you as my enemy. And that's truth, and that's from my heart, and God knows that. You understand? So we need to actually get up and really take a look at it out of the goodness of your heart. You know, this is how life is. And they don't even acknowledge you. You understand? Hey, Kim K, how are you? They don't acknowledge you. You could be the dirtiest person at the end of the day because you ask for what's yours. And this is what I realized. And as I said, it's not only in the Jamaican community, it happens in a lot of communities. But at the end of the day, they all come back and respect and love each other and support each other when it comes around to support. Those communities stands together. It's only in the Jamaican community, really. Now you see people, them all everything to them heart. You understand? If you look on them and you not say hi, it's a problem. You understand what I mean? And then them hate you for the rest of your life. We can't live like that. You cannot live like that. How you sleep at night? You know what I mean? Exactly, Utah. That's what it is. I've always been told, me they warn you, they tell you. I don't take people's words to judge others. Me they use other people's fat to fry another person. Because you never know. Because no people, two persons are alike, and you and I may not get along, but you might get along with someone else that I'm going to tell you know what, this person is not a nice person, because you have more in common. You know, it's like a relationship. You and this person might meet, you think you have so much in common, and at the end of the day, you don't have nothing in common. You don't have nothing in common, but you know what I mean? They meet their soulmate next way down the line, and they're living the happiest life while the two of you were miserable and rolling in the ground like, pigs. You know? Always remote, once my trust is lost, it cannot be regained, but I will always remain cordial. Manners cost nothing. That's from Utah. You know what? Thanks, Utah. And you know what, Utah, I talked to you on Facebook, finally met you, and you're one of, like, I tell you this all the time, I call you Calgary socialites. You understand? Because of the way you are. And if a lot of people were, like, think of others and, respect others in that sense, the world would be a better place. But you know what I mean? That's how everything was designed. Everything and life is by design. And a lot of us don't realize that. We all have a number. We just don't know what our number is. You understand? So we just need to know that we get up and do what's right. And a lot of us, some of us maybe look and we never know what to say. Because you look at somebody and they're telling you something, and even when they're wrong, they might tell you them right. Even when you prove the fact to them, they're still going to tell you them right, even when they're wrong. So you know what, we got you. And when you are around people, a lot of us, some of us don't have the power of discernment. You understand? Sorry, someone sent me a message and I actually tried to take it off the screen, and that's what happened. And this person, honestly, when they're sending you messages, they can tell that you're live, because the minute you're live, it pops up, especially when you're, you know what I mean? So this is ridiculous how we live with each other. And as I said, we need to really start looking at people and learning about people before we invite them into our surroundings, because everything might be going good for you, and you notice that certain times people come around your surroundings. You understand? They come around your surroundings and all of a sudden all hell broke loose. Everything start going wrong for you. You understand? Be careful of who you let into your surroundings. When I said do not communicate with people, and you can communicate with people, but keep distance. Because I've learned that dearly. Keep distance. Because sometimes it's not what you do, but people come around you, and because they're jealous and envious, or even from afar they can see your potential, all of a sudden you're public enemy number one, and that's how everything starts going south for you. You understand? So keep elevating yourself. Boundaries, exactly. Establish boundaries. You understand? Keep elevating yourself. You are in control of your life. You're in control of your destiny. And it doesn't matter what people say or what people do. I've come to realize, and people who have been following me, I've seen my battles and struggles within the last year or so. You understand? And I have to know that I'm in control of my destiny. My enemies are not. You can only delay my progress for a certain period of time. And what's yours is yours. So become unbothered by the trap they send for you. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much them hide it, it's going to be revealed. Anything that more than one person know is not a secret. So it will be revealed. You understand? And it doesn't matter what they've taken away from you. Just look at it that you need it back. Not the same where it was before. You want to aim higher. You understand? You want to go higher. You don't want to stay in the same position that you were before. You understand? You want to go higher. My face is so shiny. It's hot. Yeah. You got to go higher. You understand? Aim higher. And whenever the enemy knock you down and think you're down for good, when you spring back up, make them surprised. You understand? Let them be surprised at your recovery, because your recovery is coming. You understand? Your recovery is coming. You're not dead. You still have life in your body. Do not ever give up because someone has set a trap for your failure. It's okay to fail, but when you fail on your own, then you can look and see why you fail. But when someone else has set a trap for your failure, I know how embarrassed you can be. I know what the feeling is like. But let me tell you something. Do not let them win, because this is what they want. You understand? And when you give up, that's your enemy winning. You understand? Do not give up. No matter what you do, do not give up. You can recover, and you can look and go back into the same thing that you've tried before. Revisit it and see how much better it will be, because you should learn from your mistakes. You should learn from your past mistakes. It might take 1, 2, or even 3 tries, but you can become bigger than wherever you thought you would have gone. You understand? Because a lot of them set the trap for you. They set this trap for you, and think you'll give up. They want you to give up. Hey Robert, how are you, sweetheart? They want you to give up. But never, ever, ever give up. Never let the enemy see you give up. It's okay to cry. Let them call you weak. At the end of the day, tears is a sign of strength. You understand? Tears is a sign of strength. Remember that. Tears is a sign of strength. Tears is prayer. Tears says so much, and people don't understand. And people don't understand when they do things to you. That same tears can mean whatever they've done to you can mean that it can become bad for that person. You understand what I mean? You don't have to do nothing to them. You don't have to do anything. And I've learned that. May I tell you, say something with me learn. I've learned it. I've lived it, and I've learned it. So what I'm telling you, never give up. Continue to push through, because your destiny is in your own hands. You understand? You have, as I say, you'll have a lot of pessimist people around you. I'm trying to deal with this person regarding business. I'm giving you an example. And I don't know, because this person, these people don't get along. Everybody that I talk to, you're dealing with some dangerous people here. And that's all I'm getting in my inbox. So what I've done, I've learned to ignore. I've become unbothered. That's a word I learned the other day. Unbothered. And sometimes things will hurt you, but it helps you. You understand? It will hurt you, but it helps you. It helps you because you learn from it. You understand? You should build from that. So, things that hurts you can be very helpful to you. Remember that. You understand? Destruction and people don't see that. You understand? When you do wrong to other people, and you deliberately do it because people's life will go down the drain, and everybody laugh and talk. Everyone's laughing and talking. Look at this, look at that. At the end of the day, remember that same laugh and talk can come back to your demise. You understand? People, wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to live good with your neighbors. You know what I mean? And neighbors don't mean the person who lives next door to you. Anybody. Live good with people. You see someone, there's nothing wrong with saying hi and hello. People just live good. We all know wrong from right. And remember, no one is perfect. No one is perfect. So this is your girl Kim. Stay tuned for my live later where I'll be speaking with Monique Prince. We'll be talking about the recent gun violence, youth, and what her strategies are, and what she's doing to try and help, and what she's doing to raise community awareness where she lives. So we'll go into that later. This is it for now, and I wish you all a wonderful day. For those in Calgary, I know it's a little bit smoky. Go out and enjoy the weather. I know it's raining in other places. Wherever you are, just take a deep breath and say thanks for life. Thank you for life, because a lot of people are not breathing this minute, this second. You understand what I mean? So I give thanks for life. I give thanks for you as my viewers. Again, no one is perfect. Until later, this is Kim.